Well, how's it coming?
Oh, it's not as good as the stuff we used to make in Australia. You can't get the scorpion tails. And look, these vipers and adders, they're no substitute. Oh, dear. Oh, you see, it's not the same. Look, Sid, I think a bit more salt. Here. Oh, if I could only get my hands on one of those little beautiful tins of wallaby milk, it'd make all the difference. It'd just add that piquancy to it. Sid, are you sure you couldn't get any?
No, I couldn't get the wallaby milk. All right, Charlie, I've been down here at Australia House. All them people queuing up to emigrate and go on cruises, and I'm standing like a twit asking for wallaby milk. In any case, how could you taste the wallaby milk in there with all the scorpion tails and shredded ollie and all that?
Sid, it's not the taste, it's the smell of the stuff.
Oh, blimey, aren't you satisfied with the smell that's coming off it now? Dear, oh dear. It's like burning gumboots.
That's the secret of it, you see. Not only do you drink it, but it sort of clears your head at the same time, like smelling salts. Yeah, I think that ought to do it.
I don't know. We've sold enough of this junk. It's the first time I've seen you make it. It's an education.
Yeah, well. Hello? What's this?
That's my shirt.
Sid, I don't mind making this stuff for you, but I'm not doing your washing as well.
You don't seriously think I want you to wash my shirt in that stuff, do you?
Well, how do you think it got in there, then?
How do I know? Probably fell off the line in there. Hey, wait a minute. That's a white shirt.
Well?
Well, it was blue before it fell in. What are you putting in there? That stuff's got to go down into people's stomachs, you know.
It's perfectly harmless, Sid. All it'll do is probably strip off a few layers of diesel and cigarette smoke. Oh, dear. That should do it now.
Have you finished?
Not quite.
What are you doing?
I'm driving away the evil spirits.
What do you mean, driving away the evil spirits? What for?
I don't know. The abos do it. All I know is I've got to hold the bone and point the spear at it.
I had no idea you had to go through all this palaver. You mean to tell me you've got to go through this rigmarole every time?
Yeah.
How long do you have to do this for?
4 or 5 days.
Give me that. Get it. Do you think I'm going to hang about here for 4 days while you're squatting in front of that thing? This is 1960, mate. Superstition is dead. People aren't going to pay any more for the stuff just because you've been sitting in front of it for 4 days. In any case, you'll probably put them off if they knew. Come on, get bottled.
Sid, you can't sell this stuff without the influence of the bone. This recipe comes from a tribe that was massacred, and you've got to placate them. And you can't do it without the bone.
All right, we'll speed it up a bit. Let that stew in there for a couple of hours. That'll placate them. Now you placate me. Get cracking.
Oh, dear. Well, there's some stuff here that I think will do. Yeah. Yeah, look at that, boy.
There we are. How people can drink this stuff, I do not know. Still, they do, and they like it. And the worse it tastes, the better they think it's doing them. Psychology, that is.
What's that?
Well, it's a technical word used by the medical profession. That's what we are, really. Members of the medical profession.
Oh.
Do you realize that we are part of one of the most noble callings that men can answer? Dedicated men doing our utmost to relieve the sufferings and miseries of human beings all over the world?
I thought we were in it just for the money.
How dare you say that? Here we are, bringing to the people, the sick people of the world, a revolutionary medicine. An age-old cure. An age-old cure used by the Aboriginals in Central Australia since the beginning of time.
Well, Sid, it's not quite like that. It's what they used to give the kangaroos when they were sick.
Well, that doesn't matter, does it? It's still unknown for here. Besides, it's results that count. It must be good stuff the way some of them kangaroos hop about.
Oh, yeah, she's potent, all right. Hey, have you ever tried it?
You joking? And get a mouthful of scorpion feathers? No, mate, this stuff is much too good for us. Must be passed on for the benefit of humanity.
At 2 and 6 a throw?
Well, we've got to be economical about it. It costs us... What about the bottles?
Empty orange juice bottles you've been whipping from the child welfare clinic.
Right. What about the labels?
10 bob 1,000.
Well, yes, but we're putting all the profits back into research.
Research into what?
Research into likely looking outsiders at Doncaster next week. Form books to buy, inside information to pay for, I told you before, if you don't like the way I work, mate, you can always clear out.
Ah, you can't get rid of me. I'm the only one that knows the recipe.
Yeah, well, my conscience is clear. When we're up on that stand, and I'm looking down into all the happy, healthy faces of those confirmed Elixar addicts, well, I feel like a benefactor to humanity, like Pasteur and Curie, Lister and Fleming. And who were those other two?
Birkenhair?
Don't tempt me, mate. They're still looking for bodies, you know. Mind you, what they do with yours is a dead mystery. Come on. Let's hurry up. Surgery should have opened 5 minutes ago down the market. Let's go. Let's get changed. Quick. Hurry this way, ladies and gentlemen. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, this could be the turning point of your whole career. In these little bottles underneath these very corks lies throbbing away a mixture so powerful, so full of energy, so life-giving that we have had to lash the corks down to prevent any unfortunate accidents. Now then, do any of you suffer from any aches, pains, fits of depression? It's not much fun, is it? Now then, ladies and gentlemen, why should you? Why should you deny yourselves your birthright of a happy, healthy body when, for the sum of £1/2 crown, 2 little sprazzies, you can get yourself Dr. Sidney James Magical Elixir? Are there any questions?
Yeah, where's it come from?
The antipodes, sir. The unknown continent that is at last beginning to yield up its secrets, of which this elixir is undoubtedly the most revolutionary of all. Now, I know that you're all standing there saying to yourselves, how is it that this man with a stall in Berwick Street Market can have access to this, the 8th wonder of the world? And he's able to offer it to you for the price of a cheap packet of snouts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you. It is because I am a humanitarian.
You're a swindling rogue.
We have an unbeliever in our midst. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I beg of you, do not set upon this man in your righteous anger. I, too, was skeptical when I first heard about this. It was first brought to my notice, I just did not believe it. And now you may not believe me, but you surely must not doubt the word of this devout man on my left. The most mystical man ever to come out of the continent of Australasia. Brother William, Knight of the Southern Cross and member of the devout order of didgeridoos. Brother William discovered this fantastic recipe when he went into retreat in the great Australian bush to contemplate. Is that right, Brother William?
Yeah.
So momentous was this discovery of his, ladies and gentlemen, that he has been released from his vow of silence in order to come here today to tell us all about this great, fantastic gift to mankind. Thank you, Brother William.
You little beauty. Fellas, this recipe was used on me, the first white man ever to taste it, when I was in the Australian bush suffering from exhaustion. I was rescued by a tribe of marauding aborigines who immediately poured down my throat several bottles of what is now commonly known as Dr. Sidney James Magic Elixir. They then told me the secret of its wonderful healing properties, which for thousands of years have been used by this tribe, none of whom is less than 150 years old. And you'll even be more amazed when I tell you that this happened to me 63 years ago, and that in actual fact, I myself am 87 years of age.
You look it, mate.
I'll drop it.
Please, sir, please. I feel I really must warn you, sir. If you persist in mocking the devout, I shall be forced to come down there and fetch you a right punch up the kite. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard at first hand the testimony of Brother William, the man who has made it possible for you all to have happy, healthy bodies at a ridiculous price. Brother William, the human race will be forever in your debt.
She's sweet, mate.
Thank you, Brother William. Now then, who's going to be first to drink from the fountain of life? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been offered money, vast sums of money, by pharmaceutical societies all over the world, not to put this stuff on the market. But I have foregone my personal profit, in order that I may come here and fulfill my duty to society. Right then, here we go. £0.5 crown a bottle, 2 for 4 shillings. Who'll have the pay?
Excuse me, can I get it on National Health?
No, sir, I'm afraid you cannot get it on the national. I've approached the minister on this matter, and he has refused to see me. We can only assume, therefore, that he has been got at by the doctors, who are afraid of being put out of work, and that money has changed hands. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Right.
£0.5 crown a bottle, Alan, please. Have your £0.5 crowns ready.
There you are, sir.
Give me another bottle of water after that, lady. Here we go, then. You are supposed to be healthy.
All right,
Let's have it.
all right.
Thank you. And the next step, please. Thank you.
All right. Come on, you're under arrest.
Oh, blimey, Charlie, I've only just started.
I'm
Have
sorry,
your...
Sid. It's orders. The sergeant sent me down.
Well, let me get my rent at least.
I'm sorry, Sid, I can't. He said as soon as he starts to sell it, grab him. Come on, your reverence. We'll have you too.
Take your hands off me. You'll hear from the bishop about this.
Yeah, I haven't had my bottle of elixir.
Yes, I'm very sorry, dear, but surgery's closed for the day. I'm being persecuted by the British medicine manufacturers. They're out to crush me. A healthy Britain would spell
Now,
ruin.
turn it up, Sid, and come on quietly. You've had a lovely run.
Not today, I haven't.
Do you want me to use the bracelets?
No, all right, bring the gear. Come on. You.
Right, thank you, sir. Right, next.
Hang on a minute.
Sydney, I said next.
Oh, blimey, it's the best hand I ever had. All right, what do you got? I'll see you.
Pair of sevens.
Give me the kitty. Look at that. Threepence for a running flush. It's not good enough. And a penny of the kitty's my own. All right, what do you want?
Well, I think we've got you this time, Sid.
I refuse to say a word till I've spoken to my lawyer.
Oh, who is he?
I'm his Shawcross.
Yeah, well, you're going to have a bit of a long wait. He was sent down for 3 years yesterday.
Oh, no. He hasn't been duffing up the witnesses again, has he?
Yeah.
If I've told him once, I've told him 1,000 times. Never touch the witnesses. Leave the duffing up to the clerk.
Yeah. Well, you're on your own this time, Sid.
You haven't got a thing on me, mate.
Oh, yes, we have this time. Oh, yes. You got away with murder in the past, but this time, Sidney, you have slipped up.
How? How?
Well, the patent medicines. I'm surprised a man of your experience going in for the patent medicines. When I heard it, I couldn't believe my ears. We got you on 7 separate counts.
I don't believe it.
All right. Well, we'll go through them. Where's your street trader's license?
It's in my other suit.
You haven't got one.
Oh, yes, I have. A great pinstripe Italian, right?
You haven't got a license.
You can't hold me on that. £2 fine and a warning. What else?
Right, defrauding the public.
Who is?
Not putting the ingredients on a bottle of patent medicine.
How can you put the ingredients on a bottle if it's a secret formula? Now, Harry, use your loaf, mate. You want to be an inspector one day. Pull yourself together, boy.
All right. Making false claims for a patent medicine.
How can you make false claims if the ingredients aren't on the bottle?
Where's your license to manufacture this stuff?
In my other suit.
It's not in your other suit.
It's in the post.
You haven't even applied for one.
Well, give me a form, then.
Sidney, I don't think you realize the gravity of these charges. You can't reel out of making false claims for a patent medicine.
I haven't made any false claims. Give me the letters. Here we are. 150 unsolicited testimonials. Let's have a look at that one. Here we are. Dear Dr. James, thank you for curing my leg ache, headache, backache, sore throat, eye strain, corns, nosebleeds, nervous habits, hematoes, toothache, flat feet. You name it, I've cured it.
That's no proof. Have you sold people rainwater that say it cured them of something?
Exactly. So what harm have I done? What else?
All right, what about this one? Using the title doctor without proper qualifications.
Who's used the title of doctor?
You have.
Never. Never. Other people might have called me doctor, but that's not my fault. I didn't give them any reason to.
No, well, what about this then? Here we are, black and white. Dr. Sidney James's magic elixir.
You have another look. Here. Have a good look. Look in between the D and the I, you see a little dot. That's it. Full stop. Those happen to be my initials. Derek Robert Sidney James.
No, I'm not having that. You deliberately made the dot almost invisible so that people would think it was doctor.
No, it's a printer's error. I can't help it if people have got bad eyesight.
Well, why have you got a big D and a little R?
Well, what I wondered about that? It's an old family tradition. In our family, the second Christian name is always spelt with a little letter. Goes right back to the Huguenots. We come over here in the 13th century to escape persecution. And I'm thinking of going back to it if this carries on.
So you deny it?
Certainly I deny it.
But you admit it was an advantage of people who think that the DR stood for doctor. You did nothing to correct the mistake.
I tell you, I didn't tell them to call me doctor. I can't help it if people get hold of the wrong end of the stick.
Do you mean to stand there and deny that you've been posing as a doctor?
Certainly I do.
Well, why you got a stethoscope hanging around your neck?
I'm a hypochondriac. I like to keep a check on myself. And I'm warning you, mate. If this brainwashing goes on much longer, I'm liable to have a seizure. Here, listen to that. See that? My respiratory rates jumped right up again. If I snuff it on police property, I'm going to hold you responsible. All right, what else you got?
Nothing.
Good. Then we'll go.
Come back here. I've still got you. With him.
What have I done?
Impersonating a member of a religious order.
Never.
Well, why's he dressed like that then?
Like what? A man is fully entitled to wear a duffel coat if he wants to. Well, it might be a bit long, I grant you, but that's his tailor's fault, not his.
He was calling himself Brother William.
Quite right, I'm entitled to. That's what my brother calls me.
Exactly. My brother calls me that. My brother calls me Brother Sid. What's wrong with that? If the truth is known, mate, that's why the duffel coat's too long. It was made for his brother.
That's right, he's a big brother.
You haven't got a leg to stand on. Harry, if I was you, I'd let us go.
No, I'm not letting you go. I've been years after you, and I'm not giving up now.
Please yourself. I wonder what they pay for wrongful arrest these days. 2 or 3 years of your salary, I shouldn't wonder. It's your deal, Brother William.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sidney, I've come to a decision. I'm letting you go.
Well, that's more like it, Harry. A man who can admit to an error of judgment will go far.
On bail.
Oh.
I haven't finished with this case yet. I'm releasing you on bail pending further investigation.
How much?
50 quid.
50 quid? Have you gone raving mad? How much did we take today?
30 bob.
That's what I thought. Lock him up, Constable.
Now, wait a minute. Now, look. Let me another hour with a bottle.
Take him away.
Hello, Liz, my little lovely.
Don't you call me lovely, Sidney James. All right, Harry. What for and how much?
Defrauding the public, 50 quid. Now, why do you do it, Liz? Why do you always fork out for him? He's no good. Let him go inside for a few months, teach him a lesson.
Oh, don't be silly, Harry. I've hung on to Lover Boy here for 7 years, and I'm not letting him go now.
Sidney, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Sponging awful woman.
What a horrible thing to say. He stops a man from earning a decent living and comes out with a diabolical thing like that. Me, the hardest worker in the business. She'll get back every penny of that.
Here, Harry. £50.
All right, this is only bail, don't forget. You've still got to go in front of the beak. Here's your receipt. And don't you leave the country.
What, I'd not see you again? I couldn't stand it. Oh, look,
Please.
Liz.
Do you mind?
Well, look, if you only let me-
shut
Hey, Sidney, wait a minute. Yeah? Yeah, he's here. What? Yeah, of course. Yeah, right away. That was the South Middlesex Hospital.
Well,
They want you up there right away.
me?
And they want you to bring some of your bottles of medicine with you. Constable, get the squad car out.
We told them not to exceed the stated dose.
Come here.
What have you put in this stuff?
Nothing, it's perfectly harmless.
Well, somebody's conked it and they're going to blame us. I told you that bunch of berries looked a bit dodgy. No, you said, I got to have them in. You and your powdered crocodile teeth, you rat bag.
Sid, it's perfectly harmless. I've been making the stuff for 25 years.
Yeah, well, now you have done it, haven't you? Those berries must have had the blight or something. I got a good mind to...
Come on. No punch-ups in the precincts, if you please. This was an urgent call. Bill, bring the bottles along.
I plead insanity.
Never mind.
It was him that done it.
Come on.
I've got along on it. Go on.
Sid, what are you saying? Sergeant, please, give me a chance.
But it was him who made it. I only put the labels on. I had no idea what he was bunging in that stuff. I'm just a puppet who's been used. I didn't have the faintest idea what he was putting in, and I didn't want to sell it. Ignorance is 9/10 of the law.
Sid, for goodness sake, pull yourself together.
Oh, thank goodness you've arrived. Dr. James.
Yes. No, D.R. James with a dot in the middle.
Right, well, no matter. You are the man who sells Dr. James' magic elixir.
No, I never heard of it.
Yes, he's the one. Now, what's the trouble?
Well, you see, we've got a patient here, an old lady of about 80, who's undergone a minor operation which has been entirely successful. She should be up and about by now, but she just has not responded to treatment.
Oh, why not?
Well, you see, she won't take our medicine. She just throws it away and refuses to drink it. And she won't eat either. And, of course, if we don't do something about it, she'll just fade away.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Well, you see, she is convinced that she won't get any better until she's had Dr. James' magic elixir. You know what these old ladies are. They get these fixations, and she's quite convinced that that's the only thing that'll do her any good. There's nothing the matter with her medically, nothing the matter with her at all. It's purely psychological. But we can't do anything with her, and so I sent for you. Do you know, we've even tried mixing up concoctions of our own and sticking labels on the bottle, but it's no good. She just spat it out.
Oh, well, of course, mate. If you haven't got a piece of bark of the coolabah tree in it, you're wasting your time. It's not the same.
Yeah, my colleague's quite right, of course. What's this dear old lady's name, then?
Oh, Miss Woodhouse, Miss Emily Woodhouse.
Sid, you remember? That's the old doll that used to come down every Saturday morning. You remember? Regular order, 12 bottles a week.
Oh, yeah, like we thought she used to wash her hair in it. I remember.
Yes, but have you got any of this elixir with you?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we got a suitcase full here. It's only £0.50 a bottle if you'd like to pass it round the hospital.
No, thank you. Just Miss Woodhouse. I think she's the only addict. Well, now, gentlemen, if you'll come this way, I'll take you into Miss Woothouse's ward.
No, nurse, take it away. I won't drink it.
Oh, please have it. You know it'll do you good. You won't get any better if you don't take your medicine.
Well, you'll never get me better with all that rubbish, all these newfangled medicines. You're trying to poison me. Dr. James's magic elixir. That's the only thing that'll do me any good. I want my Dr. James's magic.
No use, Doctor. She just won't drink it.
Yes, well, don't worry, nurse. Just leave it to me. Well, good afternoon, Miss Woodhouse, and how are we this afternoon?
We're feeling terrible, and it's no use trying to persuade us we won't drink it. I'm sinking
Oh,
fast,
no,
Doctor.
no,
Miss
Woodhouse. You mustn't get excited, you see. I brought someone here to see you.
Oh? Who is it?
Hello, Granny, how are you?
Oh, it's him. It's Dr. James. It's the medicine man. He'll soon make me better. All you lot can clear off. Have you got a bottle of the...
Oh, what's that gallons of it here?
Oh.
Here we are.
This is the stuff.
You get that down there.
This'll bring the strength back into me bones. Oh, it's making me better already. I can feel it. Oh, this is better I feel than you, woman.
But you see, it's fantastic. You can almost see the colour coming back into her cheeks.
Oh, it warms you, this does. Here, where's my dinner? I haven't had anything to eat for a week to starve you in here, you know. Where's my clothes, then? I'm going home.
No, Miss Woodhouse, you're not strong enough. No.
I'll have you over.
No, please, Miss Woodhouse. You must, I beg you to stay here just for a week while you're under observation. After all, we've got your favourite medicine now, you know.
Oh, all right. Give me some of it, then.
Certainly, Granny. Here we are. Get some of your mates in. Have a party. Here we are.
Thank you, Doctor. You've saved my life. I think I'm going to open another bottle now.
But it's amazing. I'd almost given up hope.
Oh, well, you see, you pros don't know it all.
Yes, I mean, it's like Popeye and spinach and all that lot, you know. And what are you going to say for yourself?
Well, I don't know what to say, Sid.
Well, you can give us back our 50 nicker for a start.
Yeah, this doesn't make any difference, you know. The law's the law. You're still going in front of the beacon, still pressing charges.
Well, I thought you would. The ignorant prejudice that we men of medicine have to overcome, isn't it shocking? I don't know how penicillin got on the market with blokes like you around. You'd have had him inside for messing about with mouldy bread, wouldn't you?
No, come on.
That's a new model you got there, isn't it? Lovely tone, isn't it? Oh, don't talk to me about them. I should have jumped out of the box and punched him in the wig.
Well, what did he say?
He said I had no right to sell medicines in the marketplace, and that in view of the fact that I was all right at the hospital, he'd be lenient with me and just teach me a lesson.
7 days?
No.
He fined you?
No.
Well, what then?
We mustn't sell it anymore.
So?
And the stuff we got left?
Yes?
We got to drink it ourselves.
Come on, the sentence is about to be carried out.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Come on, sit down, both of you. Here we are, then. One for you, one for you, and one for you. And when you finish that, we've got another 10 dozen bottles here.
Well, it's not bad once you get used to the dried goose fat.
Oh, do you mind?
Just pretend it's brown ale.
It's not bad. Can I have a straw, please?
Come on. Start drinking.
You put garlic in it. What do you put garlic in for, you twit? I don't like it.
Come on, get on with it.
What's that?
It's a scorpion's claw.
Oh, no. Well, that does it. Take me into court. I'd rather do another 7 days and drink another drop of that Australian codswallop. Come on. They might put me in with Dad. Never know.